can sit, or if not, if you'd like. In an ideal world, may no one ever have to endure another similar case. No one should ever have to experience the loss of their child. No one should ever have to endure the daily observations of their child's well-being compromised at the hands of another. Many have felt this pain. That includes those who did their very best to raise TJ. That also includes his younger sibling, who's standing here on my left. This is Sadie Lane, and she has asked to make a statement after I've concluded here in a moment. I just want to be very clear that the family, his family, TJ Lane, did not have anything to do with this. As the judge said in there today, and the evidence makes clear, as you all heard, TJ did act on his own. There was, and Sadie will talk about, there was no notice, there was no discussion, there was no help, there was no encouragement, and so we ask that this family also be seen as the victims that they are, and that she be seen as the victim that she is. The defense is deeply sorry for the families, all of the families' pain, all the families who have been affected by this. There's nothing that we can say that's going to lessen that. We did hear the judge talk today about appellate rights. TJ does have his appellate rights. He opted to exercise those today, if only to scrutinize and look over everything that was done in this case. He has requested that the court appoint him a lawyer to do that. However, the hope is that this community and that the families that have been affected can at least begin to seek closure, as this case here today did finally reach its conclusion. We saw the legal system work, and we saw a prosecutor's team under the guidance of Jim Flays and David Joyce before him respect the law, but yet fight vigorously on behalf of the victims and the community. The defense would like to again extend its prayers and thoughts to all of those who have been affected by this terrible case. Sadie Lane would like to make her statement now.
I'm Sadie Lane, TJ's sister. I think it's important for my message to be heard. I was not only a victim that day, but I also lost my brother. Throughout the past year, I have tried to come to terms with what has happened. There's not a lot I can say that others haven't already said at this point, but I want to offer my deepest sympathy to all the victims' families and anyone involved. My family and I have kept you all in our thoughts and prayers from the start. I ask that you also keep my family in your prayers as well. Many families were damaged that day, and ours was too. Down even further in November when I lost Adam, my other brother. Many people don't realize that I was in the cafeteria that day, and along with all their students, I heard the gunshots and screams, ran for my life, ducked under tables, hid in the teacher's lounge, not knowing who the shooter was. Sitting in that room in shock, as we all comforted one another, I heard a police officer outside of the window say that they suspected TJ Lane. When those words hit me, I shook and cried and denied that all this could be true. A teacher then brought me into the hall while I waited to be questioned. I witnessed my peers being rolled out on stretchers right past me, something no one should ever have to see. To this day, those images haunt me and keep me from being able to go to school, even movie theaters and social events. Not until around 2 that day was it confirmed that the shooter was my brother. It may be hard for some to understand, but I love my brother and hope that wherever the sentencing and life takes him in the future, that he can touch others' lives in a positive way from a point of view that only he can give. I hope this message of peace, forgiveness, and understanding carries with TJ to a place where those traits are scarce, and I hope that we all can work towards peace and compassion in the future. Words have a powerful impact. positive and negative. We all need to keep that in mind. By this, I'm not just addressing hateful words on the internet, but the words of the media. As kids, we are taught not to bully, but to me, this is just a bigger form. As a child growing up in this house, along with my little sister Sierra, things have been said about my family that are very hurtful and untrue. It's painful to see how these words affect my family. In contrast, we are very thankful for the prayers that go out to us and the positive encouragement that will get us through this difficult time. Trying to come to terms with everything that's happened, what I keep coming back to is that hate will only generate more hate, but forgiveness and compassion will bring peace and understanding. The brother in the courtroom and that did this was not the brother I knew.
Thank you.
Ian, last time we gathered, you said that you can go into the motive after sentencing.
Yeah, unfortunately, the motive was not disclosed in court today. TJ's statement's going to have to stand.
What was your reaction to his statement to the families?
Well, it was a very difficult statement to hear and to see its effect on the families. I mean, I don't think anyone could say anything different.
Ian, did the judge know he was going to wear that T-shirt to court?
I'm not aware. I can't speak for the judge, but I couldn't.
Were you aware he was going to wear that
I
T-shirt?
can't answer that. So, again, our prayers to all the families, the victims, and this city. Thank you.